Louisville. We knew they would come out incredibly ready, which they did. They shot the ball, really well. Shot the ball 50% from three in the first half. Ton of respect for them, their program, everything they're doing, their coaching staff. And I thought for us, it was just a tough win. And I think this group has already shown this short season the character and heart that we have. And, we're down 14 and to come back. A lot of it's because of these two guys right next to me. Malik in the game was plus 24, all the winning plays that he made. And the defensive end, rebounds, blocks. He was so steady, but his competitive level was so high. And then Tyrese just had great leadership, great poise the whole game. Frankly, missing shots he normally makes. And even with that, he didn't let that impact the rest of his game. His defense was terrific. His steadiness on the court. And that stretch, I think obviously the stretch of the game was when Coop had the 4 fouls. And to come in, Mason Gillis, what he did coming in, just his toughness. He wasn't phased at all. And that group was 18-3 or something like that. Huge segment in the game, really to break that open. So couldn't be more proud. It's been a heck of a stretch, heck of a 9 games for us. And just proud of these guys for their competitiveness and will to win.
Jon, what did the group show you when that 4th foul came out?
Well, for me, look, I've grown up under the Coach K philosophy of playing your guys when they get fouls. Like that doesn't really faze us, and in that moment, it's always a question in my head, at least, to be aggressive. But 10 minutes was too much time. I thought he needed a quick one anyway, and then you're going to see how the game goes. And complete trust in Mason to come in that moment. And the value of our team is we have more than 5 guys that can play, more than 5 guys that can even start. And Mason came in. Con really stepped up in that moment. I thought Tyrese and Sion just kept us steady. And obviously I mentioned the plays already with Malik. But this team is way more than just one player. It's way more than just a couple players. Before the game, ironically, we talked about the depth of our team. Part of our goal was just to wear on them. They've had a lot of injuries, and so they don't have the benefit of playing as deep as probably they would like to. And that was a goal for us, and I thought down the stretch we were physically more ready just because of the depth.
Coach, Chucky Hepburn is very aggressive on the ball defenders, known for getting steals. You guys took great care of the ball tonight, only 7 total turnovers. Was that a point of emphasis to just kind of take care of the ball tonight? Yeah, well, they're top 10 in the country. They do a great job. Hepburn obviously is one of the best, but their entire team, has had, great activity, great hands, great positional size. And the last 2 games, we had 4 against Auburn and 7. I think it was 3 in the second half, tonight. That's a credit to this guy, and really the fact, like that lineup that we had to close, we have 5 guys who are ball friendly. So you don't need to make crazy difficult plays. We were just making the right play. And obviously, when you take care of the ball, you get shots up, and hopefully some of those shots go in, which they did eventually. And these guys did a great job with that.
Jon, Terrence Edwards, you guys faced him in the tournament last year. What did you see of him coming into the game on film? Do you feel like he was any different of a player as he was at James Madison? He certainly kind of got on track.
Well, I think we have a unique perspective, to your point, because we prepared for him last year in the tournament. And just we know how he can score the ball. Probably hasn't been as consistent as he would like. And you already know as a competitor, the way that game went, we knew he was going to be ready to go. And he was. And give him credit. He gets to the foul line, he drives, capable shooter. And I thought we weathered the storm because he hasn't hit quite like that. But hats off to him. Ton of respect for him in his game, and we knew he'd be prepared to go to tonight.
Tyrese, you guys had a tough June night for 3 overall, but it seemed like during that key stretch, you guys were driving the ball a lot more, going to the rim, when you kind of pulled away and took the leader for good. Was that your plan at that point because the shots weren't going, or was that just what the defense was showing you guys at that point?
We were just attacking matchups. We wanted to get matchups that we liked, and then we were just attacking them. And we talked about the first half, getting multiple paint drives. We felt like we settled too much early, and we had to just get back to what we were doing, playing second, third side, and getting in the paint.
This is more of a question for Coach Scheyer, but you guys had a
Give me
couple
that.
slow starts this season. Can you pinpoint the specific turning point today, and then how does that fit into the kind of larger trend of overcoming that?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not our goal to get down 13-2 against Auburn and then to get down 14 to them, and Kansas, the same thing happened. I've spent many nights thinking about it. We've talked about it. But the thing we've really emphasized, maybe we have to talk about the starts more, but we've talked about no matter what, like every team's goal is to come out and hit first and to come out and get a great start. Our thing is no matter what, whether you come out to a great start or not, it's about how you play the rest of the 36 minutes. And we're not flinching. We're going to stick with it. And so I think our team has developed a tough mentality with that and to be able to overcome those moments. But it's going to bite us if we keep doing it. And so for us, we have to work on it, address it, and I got to help them figure out what we need to do.
For Tyrese and Malik, can you guys explain what was so effective about Louisville's defense, and then how you were finally able to really break through that in the second half?
I mean, they were switching early, so just trying to make us play outside the perimeter. Like I said, we had to get the ball to the second, third side and sort of get downhill, get to the free throw line, which we lacked in the first half. And I thought we did a better job in the second half, just letting it come to us instead of forcing some tough ones, and just picking out plays, picking out matchups.
Their offense was going beginning of the first half, so their momentum going to defense was also picking it up. Once we started making our shots and getting stops on defense, I feel like it changed and showed in the second half.
Thank you.
Tyrese played 36 minutes, but they only had 7 players in the game. Could you see them wear down at all? And as your coach alluded to the desire to wear them down, did you sense that actually happened?
I mean, they play really hard, and they crash the boards really hard every possession. So, I mean, yeah, a little bit. That's why we try to run them as quick as possible. But I mean, they play at such a high tempo. We just had to try and wear them down as quick as possible, and they did a good job of getting stops when they needed to. But I feel like we just weathered the storm, like Coach said, and got stops and scores when we needed to.
John, you turned them over 15 times. I think you guys had 20 points off of their turnovers. How important was it to kind of capitalize off of their mistakes?
I thought there was everything. Look, did they make some mistakes? Sure, but I thought just like in the first half, you have to credit their defense. I think you have to credit our defense in the second half. I thought we were more solid. We were switching a lot. I thought our switching was tight, active hands. I mentioned Malik, his ability. He has the best hands of anybody I've ever coached. It's not even, and that's not knocking. I've coached a lot of great players and defenders. His hands on defense is terrific and really got us some easy baskets. And sometimes when scoring's hard to come by, just to see the ball go in, and just get a couple easy ones in transition is important. And he started a bunch of them. But then I thought collectively we were just tighter on the ball, tighter with our switching. And, we're disciplined without getting out of character.
For Tyrese and Malik, when Cooper leaves the game, 10 minutes ago, and you start losing, just tell me what your mindset was at that point. I mean, I know you're on a one-man team, but he does a lot of things for you guys. So what did you think you had to do at that point, both you and Malik also?
We just got to trust that work. I mean, we're a deep team, and Coop provides a lot of offensively and defensive benefits for us. But like you said, we're not a one-man team, and it's next man up. Mason brought energy and did his role and played a really good game. And it was just all about getting stops. The offense was always going to come, and Coach said before the game, defense travels, and we had to get back to that in the second half, which I thought we did a better job at.
Just like Reese said, Mason checked in. He came in, set the tone, said what we was going to do in the huddle. We locked in. We had to pick it up for Coop. Obviously, he had 4 fouls and he was out for a little bit. But I feel like it was all for Mason. Like, he came in and set the tone and told us, we got to lock in and just get a stop for him.
Question for both the players. Thinking back to your previous games against this team last year and maybe even years prior, do you think the biggest difference is the pace at which this year's team plays with, or is there anything else that stuck out to you last night or today about just how far this team has come over the past year?
I mean, pace is definitely a big thing. I know Pat likes to play really fast, and obviously knowing a couple guys on the team, they want to get out and run and shoot a lot of threes. I thought, their defense was really good in that first half, and it sort of made us, like I said before, space out and play around the perimeter. So, I mean, they are a highly paced team, especially compared to a couple, years before. But, yeah.
I mean, just what Reese said, they got a whole new team basically, if not the whole new team. A lot of experienced guys. I mean, I've played Louisville three or four times, but I mean, that wasn't the same team. You could tell by the pace and just experience on the court that they knew what they were doing.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.